Hello, Wright Tech. Welcome to our 4th episode of Right Back at You.
Come on, I thought you were gonna go to the left.
Dude, why would I go left?
Whatever, let's just do it again. Okay.
All right.
3, 2,
1. Right back at ya. This is Bry, the guy.
And this might be Mark. I'll just call him Grace.
Happy 2025. It's amazing to think the new year literally or practically just started a week ago.
Seems like the year went by pretty fast.
Well, for me, it felt kind of long.
Well, there were some pretty good memes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was thinking that we should start this show with my segment, looking back at what happened throughout the past year with memes. Meme review.
Hello people, as we all know 2024 is now over and that means it's a new year, but I want to take a moment to look back on the most important thing to have ever come out in the history of humanity, memes. That's right, we're looking at the most popular memes to have come out in 2024 and placing them on a totally not biased ranking chart. With that out of the way, let's go.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk tunes.
Hawk Tua. I'm doing this for you guys because I wouldn't have done this meme otherwise. Girl says funny thing and the internet took it way out of control. This even got her own podcast by saying 2 words. Think about that. She started a whole movement of saying Hawk Tua with an entire generation of people. I really hate the internet for making a star out of someone who otherwise would have been just a normal person, but instead they had to say 2 things and that was enough for them to get an entire podcast, let alone become an internet celebrity. How does that make any sense? I'm sick of it. And something that rhymes with sick of it. Yeah, I think you know where this is going.
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the...
I'm going to be combining 2 memes onto this next section because they basically happen around the same time and they're centered around the same person. KSI needs no introduction, so I'm not going to give him one. Instead, let's go straight to the memes. KSI, along with Forest Guy and Mr. Boost, released a Lunchables knockoff that's supposedly better for your kids. If only they knew. Dan TDM, YouTube veteran, criticizes the product and hurts KSI's feelings, which prompted a series of responses from the Brit. KSI proceeds to increase his already huge ego by releasing a song that I refuse to play. I still have some level of self-respect. And the entire internet dunked on him for it. A well-deserved dunk, if I do say so myself. And to this day, KSI is acting like a clown on YouTube, but he's the one that's getting millions of views, so I guess the joke's on me.
You are my sunshine.
Now we make the jump from one celebrity to another. LeBron James is a shining star. I mean, he always was when he was making 3-pointers and dunking on the hoop. But I guess someone decided to make him look like a literal star by putting up a picture of LeBron James with too much exposure to it. That, paired with the lullaby, made one of the most goofiest memes to have ever come out of 2024. And I'm all here for it. Keep playing the game, LeBron.
Go get it without being caught.
Speaking of playing the game, apparently Peter Griffin is now in his basketball arc. I've never noticed how good Peter is at basketball until this meme. And similarly, Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball is also on his ball game, shooting hoops and dunking balls for Orlando Magic in 2K. Now apparently that meme was way before 2024, but I guess it just resurfaced or something, and honestly, I'm glad it did. I've never thought Perfect Cell and basketball would ever be in the same sentence, but here we are. And now, for the #1 meme of 2024. But first, y'all want to see my new character? Yup, my new character. More popularly known as Chill Guy, was one of the earliest and biggest memes of 2024. I mean, how can someone so chill not be a meme? Not to mention how he came out of literally nowhere, aka Twitter. Honestly, the way he's just positioned as well as the art style and the face makes it just goofy. But in a good way. He really is just a chill guy. You know what? This meme is above the S tier. He deserves his own tier. Chill Guy is now placed on the chill tier. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to talk about all of the memes that came out in 2024 because we would be here all day if that was the case. I guess I can give an honorable mention to Locked In Alien, Toothless Dancing, and... do I have to say this? Skibbity Toilet. I am looking forward to how the new memes of 2025 are going to transcend last year's and change meme culture. But until then, thanks for watching, happy late New Year's, and I'll see you guys next time.
Man, these are some good memes, for the most part.
I hear you there, my friend. But we have something else to look back on in 2024, and it too was a viral sensation on the internet.
Give it up for Vidali and her segment on the second season of the Squid Games.
Hey guys, Squid Game Season 2 is out, and everyone's talking about it. Today, we're going around the school to hear what the students think about the new season, what they loved and what they didn't.
I like you.
But before we get into the interviews, let's do a quick recap for anyone who might need a refresher. Squid Game is a story about desperate people in South Korea who are in debt. These individuals are recruited by a man named Gong Yo. He offers them a chance to win money by playing simple games, starting with Dakchi. However, losing these games has deadly consequences. Once they agree, they are taken to a secret location and find themselves among hundreds of other players. Our main character, Gion, is confused. In these games, he ends up seeing his old friend and meets many characters like Ali, Sabiok, the old man, and other characters who are useless.
무슨 개소리야?
막 울면서 미쳤어 개소리 하지 마 했잖아요.
The first game they play is Red Light Green Light, and it seems like they're all about to make easy money. It's just a children's game. How hard could it be?
324번 탈락.
병신 걸렸네.
If you move, you die. These people are serious. They end up killing half of the 400 players in the game because they moved. There are 6 games in total, and only one person can make it out. And the only one who made it out was player 456, Gion. Now that you're all caught up, let's move on to the interviews.
Squid Game Season 2 was really interesting. You know, when Ji-hoon chose to go back to that place, I was very mad. And when he paid, you know, the previous cop that got shot in Season 1 by his own brother, you know, he paid him and a bunch of friends to go investigate and find that place. But then they couldn't even find that place. Like, they got blown up while they were doing that. It was crazy. They put a whole tracking device, they took it out. Like, they're smart. Squid Games is crazy.
It was a good remake, and how they started off was pretty well, but I feel like they could have ended it better.
My favorite part was the Mingle game.
The game Mingle, that was pretty cool.
My favorite part was when Thanos and his friend were doing the dance on the Mako like this.
Thanos, I hate that.
Thanos, I didn't like him.
The son of the old lady.
Player 100.
Probably player 100.
Or the old guy. You know the old guy, the one that made his little group? And he was like, I'm in debt for 10 million won.
No, I would die very fast.
No.
Hell yeah. I would survive first one and the second one. Cover your mouth! Yo, bro, you just moved!
Wow, seems like it's to die for. Not literally, of course.
Get out.
Anyways, you said you like movies, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a good thing because this next segment is about a movie directed by 2 YouTubers.
Oh, that's cool. Let's see it.
Take it away, Nilsson.
Now say, talk to me.
These YouTubers made a full-length horror film
that went viral worldwide, grossing over 90 million worldwide. This is the story of Raka Raka. Raka Raka started off as a small YouTube channel consisting of a pair of twin brothers called Danny and Michael Filipao. Danny and Michael always had a passion for making films, starting at an early age, deciding to make films at 13. Through their experience in filmmaking, they decided to start experimenting with this newfound platform called YouTube when they were 20. They named their channel Raka Raka as a nod to the sound of gunfire. Through their first year of YouTube, they made some notable videos like Don't Touch the Cookie Monster's Cookies, Table Tennis Battle, and teaching kids how to fight. Nothing really struck gold though, until they found their stride with a certain character called Ronald McDonald. This character has shown up in a handful of their videos like
Ronald McDonald King, Ronald McDonald WE, Ronald McDonald meets Ronald McDonald, Ronald McDonald hits the gym.
You get the memo. Ronald McDonald has gained them over 200 million views. This series and other videos helped them reach over 1 billion views, but for Danny and Michael, this wasn't enough for them. Danny and Michael always had their eyes set on something bigger. Sure, having 1 billion views was nice, but this wasn't what they wanted. After all, they started making films at 13 for experience, and they wanted to put their experience to the test and make something for the elusive big screen. At 26, they started making a movie called Talk to Me. This process wasn't easy, they had to go through a lot of hassle, but they eventually did go through with it and finished. Talk to Me is a horror thriller movie tackling new topics of possession. While the people willingly get possessed as a type of drug, but there is a big side effect that the ghost will eventually haunt you if you use it too much. Talk to Me was a blockbuster hit and success. It grossed over $92 million worldwide, and now they are also shooting another movie called Bring Her Back, showing that they not only could direct, but they are also not just some YouTubers. This showed that you can become great no matter where you start. That doesn't matter. It's where you end that matters. You can do whatever you want as long as you have the means to do it.
Wow, these are some cool YouTubers.
That was better.
I think it's time we move on from movies to music.
Yes, this next segment is about a music artist you should all listen to, Beach House.
Imagine a sound that's soft and peaceful, kind of dreamy and never gets old. That's Beach House. For over 10 years, they've been making music that feels special, mixing chill, dreamy tunes with catchy melodies that you can't forget. It all started in Baltimore when Victoria Legrand met Alex Cali. They both were singers and realized they go pretty well together, and boom, Beach House was created. Their first album, Beach House, came out in 2006. It was simple, just two people, some instrument, and a lot of feelings. It didn't take long for the fans to notice their spatial sound, dreamy, kind of sad and happy at the same time. Then released Devotion in 2008. This album really showed everyone that they were the leaders of a dreamy style. Songs like Jilla and Myself None felt like they were telling a deep story. In 2010, they released Teen Dream. Songs like Myth and Lazuli show how Beach House could take their signature sound and make it even more expensive. 2015, Depression Story came out, and it was even more dreamy, like floating in space. Songs like Space Song and Be in Love were soft but deep. 2018, Seven was released. It felt fresh and new, but still had the same dreamy magic. Songs like Lemon Glow and Dive felt like exploring a whole new world of sound. Now, Beach House is still one of the coolest, unique bands around. They've kept making beautiful, dreamy music that makes us feel happy, sad, peaceful, and every album just feels like a new adventure. They've created the perfect soundtrack for those quiet moments when you just want to close your eyes, and we're lucky they did.
Not gonna lie, I kinda like the songs. Might check them out sometime.
Tyler better.
Anyway, we're both artists, right?
I would like to think so. Why?
You and I both know how controversial the art community can get.
Oh man, don't even get me started. Oh wait, I don't have to be the one doing the complaining. Our next segment has a really talented artist who's really passionate about this topic.
Give it up for Haley and her video.
Hello everyone, this is Haley Archer and welcome to the Art Side Chat. Today I'm going to be talking about life as a beginner artist on TikTok. More specifically, the art lore crisis. Now I know what you're thinking, what even is art lore? Well, on TikTok, art lore is defined as targeting and shaming any problematic artists that may be causing some trouble around the internet, or a lot of trouble. And you know me, I very much condone violence, as long as the person you're harassing is bad. However, with TikTok being TikTok, art lore has regressed into cyber.
Hello, my name is Daddy.
Hello everyone. Violence, as long as the person you're harassing is bad. However, with TikTok being TikTok, art lore has regressed into cyberbullying little children on the internet. Honestly, how did it come to this? We have a bunch of grown adults on this platform bullying little children. These people really need to get out of the basement and touch some dang grass. But I digress. Why exactly is this a concern? Well, I kinda just explained the first reason. Bullying children is like wrong. I hope you guys know that. But also, it seems that people don't understand that most beginner artists on the internet are children, obviously. And what's really confusing is that these beginner artists are being harassed because they're beginner artists. Like, what? Probably the most well-known incident regarding art lore is the tale of the rendering process kid. A user on TikTok named Croquette posted a video of a drawing they made of their original character. The original post has been deleted because they removed their account, but I was able to find some copies of it on the internet. At first glance, you can obviously tell that they're a beginner. The placement of the eyes were a little off since they were still learning how to do anatomy, but overall, I think the drawing was pretty well made. However, everyone else on this godforsaken platform thought otherwise. Croquette was bullied relentlessly after this post, with everyone saying the way they drew their character was wrong and it looked ugly. Then the situation took another extreme when users all over the platform began to post parodies of their art, mocking the artists for their art style. They were literally sending death threats to this kid, and they got doxxed. Oh, TikTok, what is wrong with you? I've been side-eyeing TikTok for years, and I have never liked this platform. But enough with the ranting, let's get back to the topic, shall we? Unfortunately, all the harassment was too much to bear, forcing Croquette to delete their account entirely and leave TikTok for good. Now they currently have an Instagram account, and their art has improved by leaps and bounds. But now, a couple of rats migrated to their new account to continue their harassment. You guys literally bullied this kid off of TikTok, and y'all literally went to Instagram to do this crap? You really don't have friends, do you? Now, some people try to justify this behavior, unbelievable, saying, oh, well, they put their work on social media, so they open themselves up to criticism. Girl, no. Imagine that I just made a beautiful painting and decided to put it up on display at a gallery, and then some jerk rolls around and throws tomatoes at it. Is that acceptable? Just because I put it out in public? No! While I would love to dive deeper into this topic, unfortunately I'm gonna have to cut it off a little short today. But don't worry, if you want to hear more, just stay tuned for my next segment. I'm Haley Archer, and I'll see you next time on the Art Side Chat.
I can't wait for part 2, Haley. This situation seems very controversial.
Yep. What's crazy is that these people can't draw themselves at all.
Yeah, preach, brother.
Anyway, I hate these people.
Okay, don't do anything rash, all right?
I make no promises.
Why don't we talk about this over a slice of pizza? We have a sophomore who will be talking about a popular restaurant currently moving here in Stanford.
Hello, my name is Dario Martinez, and today I'll be going over some new restaurants. Hello, my name is Dario Martinez, and today I'll be going over some new restaurants.
So we're just gonna have to move on.
Yeah, we're really sorry about that. We'll definitely try our best next time. But
Yeah.
I do have to say, we've been pretty focused on what happened last year, this entire show.
Oh yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Gamer Zone. My name is Marco Quiones, but you can call me Mark. Happy New Year's people, we made it to 2025, and I think we can all agree that 2024 was quite a year. But 2025 will be very eventful, since many things are coming out this year, including some games. So what better way to do this episode than to talk about at least 5 of those games coming out. Let's get started. Starting off with one of the games announced during the Game of the Year Awards is Split Fiction. This is a co-op adventure game from Hazelight Studios, the same studio that made It Takes Two, a game that won multiple awards including the Game of the Year title in 2021. Split Fiction is about two main characters named Mia and Zoe, who are both aspiring writers and wish to be published by this new tech company. The company made machines to simulate people's stories and ideas, but there was dark truth to this company. The tech company plans to steal the stories and ideas of people through the simulations. Mia accidentally entered Zoe's simulation, and now both of them have to get out of the simulation and find a way to get into the real world, all while going through numerous obstacles and challenges. In the simulation, you get to explore two different genre worlds. One being sci-fi, since Mia likes that, and the other being fantasy from Zoe. I think this game looks great, and I can't wait to play it with a good friend of mine. Next game is Doom: The Dark Ages, made by Bethesda Softworks. Doom has always been a classic for gamers. Something about ripping and tearing demons apart is just really fun. Anyway, unfortunately there isn't much information on the story, except the beginning of the trailer saying, before he became a hero, he was the super weapon of gods and kings. Very interesting. Plus, since we're going to be in the Dark Ages, I'm assuming this is sort of an origin story of sorts, but again, I don't know. Stepping away from that, We once again find ourselves ripping and tearing demons apart. This time, we have a shield. An ass-kicking shield. One that you could throw, like Captain America if he was 1 billion years old and is highly Christian. Lastly, we can see a great increase in the quality and look of everything. Oh, and did I forget to mention, you can ride a dragon. I played Doom Eternal and had tons of fun, so I'm definitely gonna play this game. Elden Ring Night Rain. As if one game and a DLC wasn't enough, we once again can experience the insanity of a new Souls game. This was also one of the games announced during the Game of the Year awards, and once again, I don't know anything about the story and as to what is happening, but that doesn't mean I can't guess what's going on, right? My guess is that Night Rain takes place after the events of the first game, and that you have been called upon to deal with a strange darkness taking over the world and causing havoc. There were some new abilities shown in the trailer, like this air/drop attack. Looks like you can revive any players too. Oh, and you can glide using a big bird. Yeah, don't ask me what the hell that is. I can assure you that I don't know. I haven't even finished playing the first game, and I don't know if I want to, because it is agony trying to finish those damn bosses. Plus, I'm still mad about Elden Ring winning Game of the Year in 2022! Anyway, it looks good. Next up is Ghost of Yotai from Sony Entertainment, the GOAT. Basically, the main character Atsu is hunting for something or someone, but is heavily wanted by the Ronins. The game takes place in North Japan, so that gives us a whole new exploring experience. Plus, we of course need to have new mechanics and abilities. What I really like is you being able to use 2 katanas and use both to destroy the enemies. Lastly, the protagonist is a female, which a lot of people got mad about. I don't know why, they just did. I'm currently playing Ghost of Tsushima and it is super fun. Hopefully Ghost of Yotai is the same. I think it is safe to say that this is the most anticipated game to come out for like the past decade. Grand Theft Auto 6, obviously made by Rockstar. You've guessed it. I don't know a thing about the damn story, but the graphics of this game speaks a language that cannot be described. It's unbelievable. I think the main character of this game is this chick right here, and she does not play around. The trailer of this game shows some interesting things, and some funny stuff too, but for the most part we barely know anything of what the game will be like. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get this myself, but the graphics, look amazing. Well, that's it for today's episode of The Gamer Zone. I hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.
Wow, I can't wait to get my hands on some of those online wireless gaming games.
Indeed. As a person who plays games, I'm very excited for some of these.
Well, I'm afraid that excitement will have to be cut short as we're nearing the end of our episode.
Ah, yes. We want to end this by wishing all of you happy late New Year's. If 2024 didn't work out for you, this year will definitely work out. Trust.
That's it from us, but don't worry, soon we'll be
right back at you.
Come on, I knew you've been copying me.
What do you mean? You've been copying me?
Stop projecting. Okay?
What do you mean?